Hey guys, my name's Chris, and today we're going to play some Tabletop Simulator Warhammer. So, first thing we're going to do is get Tabletop Simulator taken over. While that's happening, we're going to log on to the workshop. So, we're going to find ourselves a random Warhammer mod to download. Yes, the shitty card game. I only had it downloaded because I tried to make the video on it earlier. So you click subscribe, download super quick, and you'll see it here in your Tabletop Simulator. So we're going to create a multiplayer game, create a server. So our mods appear here. We don't like invasion, be gone. So, for example, we're going to use Freddy's 9th Age Orcs. This is on the Steam store in public. Really, really good resource. This is going to take a hot minute, so I'm going to pause the stream. Rightio, our mod is spawned in. So this guy's doing a good job, so you can see they've already got your boss's unit champions done out. But you don't really need them, as long as you're not tuning up individuals. So what you do is, go into your unit. That is now Gobbo Champion. So you can do that in a pinch if you need to. So you can copy paste these units, so once you have one down, copy paste them up into ranks, and so on. So we're going to assume that then from the rest of this mod you're going to put together your army. Once you have your army assembled here, just highlight your army. Sometimes you have to do it twice because you might have too many models in your army, so you just save them as separate objects. But you can save as object. That's going to be Gobbo 10th. So you can then import this object into another session or another game that you have open. So once you have your armies built, you can then import them as objects onto your board. What I'm going to show you quickly is how to base this something if you need to. So I'm just going to head back to the main menu there, create a new game. A really good Warhammer Fantasy Basis mod. So has it all arranged by millimeters. I'm just going to delete the redundant ones. There's like this really nice chaos mod we found, but it's not been based up and I haven't been asked doing it myself yet, so project for the community. So here's our chaos temp we're going to bring in. This is one of the objects we saved earlier, and we're just going to try and base these guys up. So this one there, which is a bit annoying, but all you need to do to put your guys on bases is find the appropriate base, copy, paste. Oh, he's a bit of a chunker, so we're going to smoke it. We're going to slice that guy down, scale him down. And now he fits in his base. Great. Let's make a unit of him. Copy paste them out. Arrange them together. Happy days. A unit of chaos hands. So, now what we're going to do is we are going to go into a new game. Games, there we go. So this is a mod for a table that my friend Gaynor put together. It's really, really good and pretty user friendly. So at this point we've already created our armies. We just need to put the stuff on the board and bring in our armies. So to show you how to bring in the army, again, it's just we go up here to Objects, Saved Objects. We're going to import this 2K Empire army we used a few weeks ago. Yeah, that'll just take a minute to load in. But in the meantime, what we can do is we can start bringing down some of our terrain, our dice. So we can see our dice bags here. We're just clicking and dragging dice out. If we want to recolor them, just right click and change your color. So for Empire, we're going to go blue. We have our scatter dice or artillery dice, and if you want to roll them, you can either grab them and wiggle them together and throw them, or in a more civilized manner, you just press R and it'll roll them. Now, you can see you've got hills, forests, rivers, all sorts of stuff in here. Now, hills, you can actually see we've got different states. So the different states are different hills, so we can spawn in different kinds of scenery. You can rotate them. Now once we're happy with our position, we're going to click it, or we're going to highlight it like this. We're going to right click it, and we're going to then click Control L. That then locks it to the tabletop, so it's going to stay there for the rest of the game and get knocked over. Other the scenery bags, they're filled with objects, so you can kind of tell the sideways 8 for the ones that are editable by state, and the ones in here are searchable. So remember, there's 6 buildings in here. So we can search. It's then going to spawn in our different buildings. We're going to pick an Empire house, drag it onto the table. Falls over, you just press F to flip it. And Gainer is awfully clever, so he actually has a couple of different states of houses, so you can pick different kinds of houses. These are all lifted pretty much directly out of the Warhammer Total War game. They're a bit big to start off with, so you can actually scale them up and down if we need to. So we're going to lock in that house as well, just here, Control L. Then we're going to bring in our Empire boys. So we're just going to pick our whole army, we're going to highlight them, and we're then going to toggle them to measure movement. This is really important. It means as you move your units, it'll measure the distance they move in inches. So I'm just going to put them at the edge of the board. I'm going to deploy them 12 inches in. There we go. So I've now got my army in, and if I want to say invite one of my friends, you just click the invite friends up here. There's your friends list. You just click invite, it'll pop up an invite for you, you bring them in. Once you've brought in someone new, you need to right click them and give them you need to give them permission to edit, so they can delete units and stuff like that. I'm hoping this should be pretty self-explanatory. So just get yourself on Discord, create your armies ahead of time, have your table down here, turn counters and everything. Oh, one last thing I want to do is show you how our templates work. This is really nifty. So say we have our cannon here, which we'll pretend for a moment is a mortar. So I'm going to guess, say, 28 inches at those knights, so just place it at the edge of the yoke space. Make sure our measure movement is toggled on, and we go 28 inches. I'm bad at guess ranges in general. So that then gets placed down there. What's really neat is no more fights about how this works. Roll that. And as we pick it up, the orientation actually comes with it. So what you can do is you can measure out the trajectory of it over the arrow to make sure it's going in the right way. But say if I clicked it and moved it there accidentally, I can actually rewind time. That's going to bring us back in the game to an earlier state. Unfortunately, this is done by time rather than action, so the longer you've left it, the longer it's going to take you to move back, and it's going to take longer time to cache. But this should give you the bare bones of how to get stuck in. I'm going to post this up, and if you guys have questions, I can make a second video where I sort of show you some other stuff. I'll probably do another video to help you guys find out where all the good mods are at. But that's it for now. Table flip.